feel like you're a slave to money? Do you realize that money is a cruel master, but a very good slave? And the rich and the wealthy know how to put money to work for them. If you wish to have a different relationship and different results with money, then you must flip your mindset and become a good money steward and the master of your money. That is the only way to change your results with money. So today is day 15 of the 30-day money mindset challenge. I do hope you've enjoying the series so far. And today we're going to go through some very simple principles to help you to reframe money in your mindset so you become the master of money. Now, firstly, money loves to have a job. You've got to put money to work in your life if you want to actually use money in a way that helps you to grow your money. This is the 3 principles that rich people understand. They know how to make money, they know how to keep money, they know how to grow money. So firstly, making money. You just need to offer value to the marketplace. This is what making money is all about. When you have a job, you are actually providing value to your place of employment, to your employer, and you get paid in return for the amount of value that you offer that particular corporation or government organization. So if you offer a small amount of value, if there is a low skilled job, then it is a low paid job because a large percentage of people could do that job. But if you have more skills, if you are more valuable, if you have more knowledge and wisdom that you can apply to help the business, the corporation, to make more money, because the corporation, their primary concern is to be profitable. So if you offer more value and you help the company be more profitable, then you will then be paid more in return. The same goes in entrepreneurship. The more value you offer to the marketplace, the more money you will make. It is this value exchange. That's all money is. Stop making it too complicated and just think about, what skills do I have? What experience and expertise have I obtained over my lifetime? What problems can I help people to solve? And then how do I package that up in a value proposition for a hungry market? Your hungry market obviously has a problem that is causing them a certain level of pain that they need solved, and you can solve it with either a service or a product. It's up to you. But decide, what are you passionate about? What are you deeply interested in? What are your gifts? What are your talents? What are your superpowers? What do you love to read? What do you love to learn? What do you love to talk about? Because entrepreneurship, gotta break it to you, is not an easy road. I'm really sorry. Unfortunately, the vast majority of people who get into entrepreneurship, they've just bought themselves a really low paying job that they're working long hours and not getting much in return because they don't understand the principles of entrepreneurship, the principles of how they offer value to the marketplace. This is why I am so passionate about helping people like yourself who are conscious change makers, conscious entrepreneurs, people who want to make a difference in the world, to actually put a value proposition together, find the right people, and market it in the right way to the right audience. That is the equation and the formula. When you get that right, there is no limit to the amount of money that you can make. It also comes back to how much you value yourself and the value that you understand that you offer the marketplace. Too many people underestimate the value of what they offer to the marketplace. Point number 2 is knowing how to keep money. The vast majority of people are overspending and they're spending more than they earn. And this puts them into a state of debt, which causes stress and anxiety. And the reason they're doing this is not because they're buying stuff that they need. They're buying stuff because they think that's where they're going to find happiness. They're feeling empty, discontent, they're miserable, so they go and do the retail therapy thing. Let me tell you, happiness does not exist in the world of stuff. The person who wins this game of life is not the person who leaves with the most stuff. You can't take your stuff with you. So happiness is an inside job. Happiness is a choice Choose to be happy now in spite of any of your external circumstances, because if you are saying that my happiness depends on an external situation that I have no control of, then you've just given all your power away. So there's a book that I highly recommend called Happy for No Reason by Marcy Shimoff. Everybody I have loaned that book to has absolutely loved it. They've gone out and bought their own copy. So I recommend you go and buy that book and read it. It's a great book. Now, keeping money, it's important that you know how to allocate the resources that you have, because the vast majority of people are actually conditioned to spend way more than they're earning. This is a doom loop that we get into. It puts us into more debt that we can't afford, and then it just spirals out of control, okay? So let's get real about the financial resources that you have now. And think about your essential expenses. That's food. That's essential clothing that you need, not want, but need. That's the fuel that you put in your car. That's the loans that you have to service. That's your rent, your mortgage, all the things that you need to live, to survive. This is not a budget. This is just a realistic look at where your money's going, okay? So we've spoken about how to make money, how to keep money. Now the third one is how to grow money. So how are you going to invest some of that income in appreciating assets? And it doesn't have to be a large amount of money, but you take a certain portion of your income and you start to invest it wisely in appreciating assets, whatever works for you. So maybe you don't have enough money to invest in real estate right now, but maybe you have enough to invest in small amounts of gold or silver or cryptocurrency. Don't play games you don't understand. So make sure you do your due diligence and you invest in what you are interested in. This is one of Robert Kiyosaki's rules. Invest what you are interested in. But as I said, do your due diligence and allocate your money wisely in things that historically will make money, that depending on the amount of resources that you have, less risky investments, okay? Too many people, they hear about something and they go, oh, this is a sure thing, and then they put all their money in it and it crashes, okay? Don't be that person. Invest in a sure thing. Sometimes the sure thing might appreciate gradually over time, but as you build your value that you offer the marketplace and you're bringing in more and more and more money and building more financial security, you can invest in different ways, and you can invest in some risky assets if you want, if you can afford to lose that money. Only invest in risky projects and investments if you can afford to lose the lot. So if you really want better results with money, you must educate yourself about money. This is absolutely critical. So how do you do that? There are loads of ways you can do that. Buy money magazines, financial magazines. Listen to podcasts about people who talk about money and finance. Two of my favorites are Mark Moss, and I've already mentioned him, Robert Kiyosaki. Read books that Robert Kiyosaki has written and other people. Tony Robbins wrote a book called Money. I highly recommend it. It's a big, thick sucker. It'll take you a while to get through it. There's just so much information out there. Learn the financial language. Improve your financial language and improve your financial literacy. You cannot have good results with money if you do not understand the landscape, the game of money, and how to play it. Now, I just want to take a moment to tell you about Thrive, my 6-week coaching intensive. This is a program where I work with you personally to get crystal clear on your vision for your future, help you to build an unstoppable mindset, clear the fears, doubts, blocks, and limiting beliefs that are keeping you stuck, and create and execute a strategic action plan that leverages your unique gifts, talents, and superpowers so you're empowered to build wealth through a business that feeds your soul and makes a positive impact in the world. Because I'm on a mission to help you to be the best and most powerful version of you so you can live life on your terms and thrive. So if you're ready for that kind of transformation fast, then just click the link that is in the description below, and I hope to see you in the Thrive program. If you have missed any of the previous videos in the 30-day Money Mindset series, you can catch up on all the videos right here. And if you would like a tapping on helping you to clear your fears, doubts, blocks, and limiting beliefs around money, then you are going to love this one. This is an absolute game changer. I recommend that you check this out next.